General expectations, I think going into the Gulf South, I tell you what, you really don't know what to expect. I know we were unanimously picked last, and we finished tied in the 10th spot, 11th spot, I think, 11th spot out of the 14 teams. So, I think it's a solid start. Compared to last year when we were an independent, I just thought this team was. We were so much more competitive. We were competitive this year. We were in the games. You have a couple games where there were some, kind of the margin was a little bit different. But I thought, it might have been a close game, it broke open. But looking through some things over the last week as we've been going through, kind of evaluating the players and where they need to improve. I mean, we lost 6 games in single digits. They were close games. They went down to the wire. 2 buzzer beaters. I mean, when you look at that and you finish with 9 wins, you kind of cringe a little bit. Leading on one of the top teams who's in the national tournament now at the half, I think a lot of positives, I'll be honest with you. Like I told you late in the year, wasn't showing up on the W's, but, the strides we're heading in the right direction. Yeah, from a development side, I really like, we returned a great core of players, graduate 3 seniors, return a great core, led by Evelina. I think when you look across the board, her and KK, KK being, freshmen this year, I think those two were, top to bottom was, probably our 2 most consistent players from a standpoint when you look at them statistically and some stuff like that. I think Evelina, and all of our players, if they do the things that we're telling them that they need to do going into the postseason here coming up soon, and then carry over into the summer as we get ready for the fall and the preseason, I really like where we're heading. I think from a standpoint of Evelina, just, she was solid for us, but, she had her moments where, as shooter, you're going to get cold sometimes. KK too, but I just felt consistently, night in, night out, Evelina defended well. If I'm right, she was our leading rebounder, our leading scorer, and just a lot of positives. She's got some areas I think she could really work on her game that would really could really make her a really solid, a big-time player for us in this league. And then I thought KK, from a freshman standpoint, if we were postseason eligible, I think she would have, been somebody that would have gotten votes for Freshman of the Year, and could have been right up there with the young lady that got it. I thought she had a solid year. She had her freshman moments, no doubt that you're going to go through, but then again, she had some great moments. So, I think she's another one that, just, those two year in throughout the year, a lot of potential, a lot of growth. You saw Reagan Croft really come on late in the year, and then she had a little injury that, kind of hampered her the last couple of weeks of the season, but she was solid, you see potential in Aaliyah and Bailey, and I could go on and on about all the girls, but I think those two from a consistent standpoint, and again, you got a great core of players back, and the great thing is, it's just building on them, and that's what's exciting. You knew that with the class that we signed in, bringing in 9 new players. So really excited about all those 9 players being back. This group, something, like kind of, looking back, just a year that I really enjoyed coaching. I just really enjoyed coaching this team this year, and some years, it's a struggle with some groups. No group's perfect, but this has just been a group that's been fun to be around, fun to coach. I thought it was a resilient group. You're not postseason eligible, and that's tough at times. And so, this group wasn't a hard group to keep motivated. I even look at, the last week of the season where we had a tough loss on the road after a huge win. And then we come back and we're in a great game with West Georgia, one of the top tier teams in our league, and we have a shot to win that game. It's a game that we're in to win. It goes down to the wire. And I think that says a lot about our players and their resiliency and everything. Now it's up to them to take the next step to move forward. And now, we got some areas we got to improve in. Defensively, as we talked, I thought we were really strong defensively all year long. Offensively is where we got to improve, and we have the players we believe that can do it, and so it's finding those skills of theirs, improving, getting back in the weight room, improving conditioning, improving, just those areas. So, but at the end of the day, I know I'm a little bit all over the map here, but I just like the resiliency of this group and the togetherness of this group. They liked each other. It was a fun group to be around, fun group to travel, fun group to recruit. A fun group to travel with and be around, to coach. is what I mean, day in and day out. And you know, we said that all. I've been telling you that all year long about them. So you know, now as we move forward, you know, we get the 3 weeks off here, come back after spring break, and it's time to refocus, and it's time to get ready for the new year, and you know, back into weights and conditioning and skill development and getting these girls better. And we feel like through the recruiting process right now where we are, and the girls that we're recruiting, looking to bring in, if we can piece together and add a few more pieces to this group of girls that we got, you know, that we can take another step where we want to go, you know, next year being our last year through the NCAA process, and then being, you know, postseason eligible in 19 and 20. So looking forward to it, man, excited about it, and just a lot of positives to build on this year as we continue to grow and move forward.